See me? Or
they should be able to. They should be able to hear us.
Should have good posture. You never know who's watching.
But I gotta mute my. I can turn that off. I don't know if they can see us or. Pretty sure they can only see you right now.
That's all that matters.
And this thing doesn't tell me how many people are in here. Nothing. When I turn it off, so
Yeah.
Someone let me know. Do we sound okay? And what do you see right now? There's okay. There's five. There's five right now.
Do I get to see it or not to pull up my phone?
Yeah, I mean you can. On my screen, they see just the thumbnail, but I also see our camera, so I don't know which one they see.
I'll see what I see. I don't see anything yet.
Yeah. Oh, Burlock Basketball says just a thumbnail. But so they can hear us.
Okay.
So we're live.
Okay.
We got 12 people on the live stream. No one's commenting except for your school. Come on.
Got Zay made.
Zay. All right. Let's go. I might have done a bad thing. I don't even know how to get it off. Oh, we're good. Oh, there we are. They see you. They hear you. And they most likely saw your commisment video.
Comishment.
Ish. Where are you going to play ball next year?
University of Guelph?
That's right.
University of Guelph.
Let me get you right there.
Yes, sir.
Guys, welcome back to another live episode of the Eskandy Sports Podcast. We're trying to figure out how to make the stream more enjoyable. Get some people talking.
A little bit shy.
Yeah. You'll get used to it.
They want to reveal their YouTube names.
Guys, let me know what you think about Ish's commitment to the University of Guelph. You are a Griffin.
Yes, sir.
You are a Griffin, sir. Ish, one of the major things that I had to cut out of the video, because I'm very technical about how long I want the videos to be, and they gotta be effective. People gotta be able to watch it through.
Yeah.
But so much of this decision, or so much of this ordeal, if you will, that you went through, was making the decision.
Yeah.
How long do you think it took you to make this decision?
And it was like a roller coaster, to be honest, like ups and downs, because I got my first offer near the end of January, and then less than a week later I got my next one for Guelph. And then it was like, since then I was just thinking the whole time. At one point I thought I'd go to one university. At the next point I thought I'd go to the next university, and it was like I was just stuck. Like when I was talking to you, you had to tell me to just, all right, you know what, take a couple days, stop thinking about it, go play 2K, go do something else, but just get your mind off it. And I was like, I don't know how I could do that.
Yeah, dude, that was a phone call is an understatement.
Yeah, that was like over an hour long.
That was an hour long of like, these are all the good things about school X, but these are all the things I like about Guelph, and these are all the things like I want. And I'm like, dude, this guy's talking about like, I'll be honest, I zoned out a little bit during the call. I swear at one point you're talking about like laundry or something, like, and I was like, okay, Ish, at the end of the day, take a couple days.
Yeah.
You're injured. You went to a school that didn't exist last year. You got recruited. You have not one, but two offers. And plenty of more interest. You won the game.
Yeah.
You won.
Doesn't get better than
there wasn't There wasn't a losing scenario. There wasn't.
Mhm.
Be honest, you lost sleep a couple of nights, huh?
Yeah. Staring at the ceiling, just thinking which one. But at the end of the day, just honestly blessed to even have options
Yeah.
to choose between. So that in itself is a great feeling.
Yeah. Talk to me a little bit about like your playing career up until this year, because I've got well familiar with the Burloak guys in the last year or so, but everyone was complete mysteries before then.
Yeah. So before that, I played Halton basketball for grade 8, 9, and 10. I went to Jean Vanier, which is now known as St. Francis Xavier.
Mhm.
And really the highlight of that was in grade 11. We won our Halton Catholic Championship. That was great. And then after that, we won our GHAC Championship, which led us to OFSA. So we went to AAA OFSA, which was crazy.
You know what else is crazy? Sorry to cut you off. We just got a comment here talking about exactly what you're talking about before. He beat you to it. Michael Torres saying, congrats. I remember you playing at Jean Vanier Milton. You played against Elijah Fisher's Crestwood prep team in the 2020 OFSA AAA semis in Burlington, and it was an electric atmosphere.
It was. Our whole school was there too. Because what happened was we came into OFSA as the 8th seed out of 16 teams.
Mm-hmm.
And we were surprised that we were ranked that low. So we came in there.
Okay, now you got me confused. Is low means that you guys were underrated?
We were the underdogs coming in, considering how well we've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were 11-1 in our regular season. We won our championship. We won GHAC, and they ranked us the 8th seed. So we go in there, and then we're just beating teams. And we come up against Pine Ridge, who's ranked number 1.
Okay.
So everyone got Pine Ridge. They won. I think it was the last 2 years, last 2 or 3 years they won. So everyone had them winning, and we come there. Our whole school's in the stands, and honestly, we just play our team basketball. Like we never really had one star player, but we just played really good as a team. So like our team defense, everyone really just bought into the system. And those were like the principles, those were the characteristics I try to carry over to my prep season. And I really believe those characteristics I learned at St. Francis Xavier is what helped me develop into the player I am. So we come against Pine Ridge, and then we beat them. And then honestly,
so what level of the tournament's at? Is that quarters?
So that would be quarters. So
okay.
we beat them in the quarters. People had them going all the way. And then honestly, I remember our coach was telling us, like our whole team, after we beat them, we weren't like jumping around or anything. We weren't celebrating because we expected it. Like we knew what we were capable of. And that was just a great group of guys. And even getting a chance to play with my brother on that team, that was also a blessing. He's one of the best players I play with. He's one of the best players I know.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's an experience I wouldn't take for granted.
And then you get to the
semis
where Michael's saying that you guys ran into Elijah Fisher's Crestwood team.
Yeah. So that one,
I have a feeling you didn't win that game. Just looking at your body language right now.
If we won that game, I'd be talking about it more. But yeah, we come into that game. We had high hopes ourselves, and we stuck around for most of the game. Like we had to foul near the end. We lost it, but at half it was like a 3-point game. We were competing with them the whole time.
That's a weird time where you guys are playing a prep team. Then.
Yeah. Now that we look about it, like even when I talk to Mark, it's like, okay, a prep team got into OFSA,
right? Which
really doesn't make sense because I think that year is when Crestwood lost in OSBAs and they applied for OFSA.
Yeah.
So had they not been there, we'll never know what might have happened. But
no, and 2020. What month is that? Is that pandemic ball or is that just called
it was like right before because it was March 2020 or like April, March 2020. That's when COVID really started kicking off. So that was honestly a blessing too to be able to finish our season before everything got shut down.
Latham is in the chat saying, "Shame I couldn't be there, but congrats on the stream. Looks great."
Thank you, Andrew.
Latham, you should be here. You might be fired from your internship. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But no, so let's go. So back in high school, like regular high school ball, are you still like a charge taking maniac? Or
I've been that since grade 8, grade 9.
You're taking charges in grade 8?
Maybe I think grade 7 is when it started.
My god!
Because I remember Halton.
What was the first charge you ever seen? Who inspired the charge?
Okay, so the way it started was on our Halton basketball team. This was like grade 7 with Coach Dave Wilson. And what he used to do is he used to give us $5 for drawing at church. So I'm like, say no more, you know? I'm out my money. So I'm out here taking 2-3 charges a game. And that's when it honestly started. Till I reached the point where I was getting too much money that he's like, all right, you know what? I'm going to start giving you Gatorades. And honestly, I'm like, this is what I carried on. It's like, all right, grade 9, grade 10. I remember even my boy Saad, he tried drawing charges. So we always talk about like who's better at drawing charges. He knows
Saad's in the chat right now too.
He knows it's me.
Saying Banker's greatest charge taker ever. I think he meant Banyers. Although Bankers would be a crazy name for a school.
But yeah, just drawing charges really well became a staple.
So you're basically getting the bag back in the day from taking charges.
Started since a youngin.
And then they switch over to Gatorade, but we prefer BioSteel over here.
BioSteel, if you're watching this,
it's about time. Like I'm gonna keep buying your stuff regardless, but like if you want to hook me up with maybe a case or something.
Yes, sir.
But that's crazy. Yeah, dude, taking
Steven knows what's up. Go mode, Steven. Go mode.
But because back in the vault, if you search back in the archives, you go to Nelson High School, you see that your boy played a little bit too. Okay. And I was also a charge taker.
Oh, really?
But I was a flopper too.
All right.
But here's the thing: I'm the exact same dimensions that I am right now in like grade 9, 10. Okay. So when your boy flops, like we were talking, like who's the smallest guy on your team right now?
Maybe Justice.
Maybe Justice. Okay.
Jaheim.
Okay. So someone Jaheim's like size, but like even shorter. Okay. Coming down the lane. Okay. And I'm set. I lost all respect for myself because I made myself fly. You know what I mean? And so the ref stops the game, right? So there's a little itty like 2 BioSteals where the guy hits me. I like fly back, right? Just trying to get a charge because we had a similar thing in our team too. It's like if you drew 3 charges, everybody gets free like dinner or lunch after the game or some shit. So I got into 2 twice. This would have been 3. The ref stops the game after I take this itty bitty charge. Gives me like it wasn't even a rule, like a flopping rule wasn't a thing. He gives me a text. He's like, "That's absolutely stupid that you just did that."
Bad?
It was, dude. I'm telling, dude. Like I was 6 foot big, right? Back in the day. This kid, like, this is grade 9 basketball. Like, you know how small grade 9s can get. The smallest one got me.
Yeah.
And I was okay. And I got teed up. I got benched the rest of the game, rightfully so. And I never took a charge again in my life. Yeah. But
bad history with that, huh?
Yeah, but luckily you got integrity. You don't flop.
That's one of the biggest things. Because I remember when I was young and I'm drawing charges, there's no flopping.
There's no flopping.
There's no flopping. I take it to the chest and I go down. And what I have to say to that is to all you guys who say I'm flopping, try taking a charge yourself before you start talking to me.
Sat says he took 7 charges against what was it?
SJB. Brebuff.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, I wouldn't say it's 7, maybe it was 5. But I remember we played them 3 times and we beat them every single time. We played them in the GHAC finals too.
Yeah.
And we beat them. And it's like probably over the 3 games I've drawn more than 10 charges against them. Like that's how it was. I remember there's even one picture of me drawing a charge and the guy's rear end is at my face. That's how high he got when I was trying to draw a charge. But it's like
rear end at your face?
Yeah. Like he was jumping.
He was taking a charge. So
he was
like
jumping that high. He was jumping that high. He came here, tried to lay it up. But yeah, that's JB. St. Francis Xavier owns them. I'm not gonna lie.
To this day?
To this day.
3-0
against them. That's where Parker went too. Like Parker, Josh Omo.
Yeah. Oh, that's wait. Which school? Your school?
Brebuff.
Oh, okay.
So
that's
JB. Yeah. So we played them. I remember even one game we were down 20-0 to start, and we came back and we beat them.
That's tough.
Resilient.
That's tough. Ishan Sharma in the chat too. He wants to say stuff to Sharma.
Yeah, sir. He's an excel for sure. You have to get him on the podcast. You have to get him a commitment video.
I told him he's got an open invitation. I don't know if he remembers, but he does. You do.
He's a little shy though.
Yeah,
he's a little shy. Milton boy.
What 2025, 2024? What year is he? He's got some time still.
Yeah, 2023, 2024, I think.
Okay. So then this guy, dude, him next year. I know some of the seniors are going to be are gone now. They're committed. They're transitioning out of the team. Sharma with the green light's gonna be crazy.
He's gonna shine.
That's gonna be crazy.
What people don't know is for him, since a youngin, because I went to elementary school with him, and I'm 2 years older, so like I'm in grade 7.
Yeah,
I'm in grade 8, and I've been about the work since then. So like 6 a.m., like there used to be runs or like we go for training at the local gym. And since then, he's been about it. He's always been getting in the gym. Even the summer when COVID shut everything down, me and him in the morning, we go to the outdoor park together and we just put in the work. We used to go to the track together.
Yeah.
We used to hop the fence to go to the track together. I remember once I tried to hop in the fence.
Yeah.
Cut my leg open with him. But it's like he's so serious about the work. And he's really a testament. I was telling him this. He's a testament to what hard work can do.
Yeah.
And he's going to go far. I know that for sure.
I saw Yusuf Ali, who also has an open invitation to the pod. I think he might be coming sooner than later. And he's posting videos of him just easily 3 feet behind the line at this point. Not even hitting
the line doesn't matter to him. If he's behind it, he's shooting it. That's what he's been. So always been like that.
Your boy Sad said he's got video proof
of.
I think when we were talking about the charges back then.
Yeah.
Jester the Laser. I don't know if that's one of your guys. Live. And then Mark Werner, what a goat.
Mark Werner is a real goat. That's my boy for sure.
Oh, is that Mark?
That's Mark.
Mark, you watch the video? Did you watch it to the end? Little soliloquy at the end. What do you think was missing from the video? I know you liked it, and I'm not trying to fishing for compliments, but what do you think? What part of your journey do you think we should talk about next? Because obviously, to me, it was like how strenuous you were.
Yeah.
Making sure you're going to the right place before realizing that everything's good.
I mean, a part of my journey I'd like to talk about is really that COVID year, because that's when I was in my grade 12 year. So with that, like I said, grade 11, we came off a great season. OFSA, we won a bronze medal there. And then really our team had high hopes, you know? It was like me, Mark, Saad. We're supposed to have each on our squad next year.
Oh, okay.
And it was like, all right, our team would look really good. Talk to the Assumption boys, they'll say otherwise. But how we run it back in grade 12.
Oh, Assumption. Don't get me started on Assumption.
Yeah, anti-Assumption. But how we run it back in grade 12, I think we would have went all the way.
Yeah.
But I feel like anyone's going to say that. But our team, our coaching system, even like Adam Shaluka, our coach at St. Francis Xavier, he's an incredible coach. So, like I said, blessing to be on that team. So grade 12 was really that year. You know, it's like I'm a senior. It's my final year. Even after grade 11, I was gaining some interest from some schools. So that's when it started. They came to our OFSA. They saw us do well. So it's like, all right, grade 12 comes. It's my time to shine. And then, boom.
Yeah.
Everything shut down. There's no season. There's no games. No film to send out. So I'm out here. Really, September in my grade 12 year, it's like, all right, that's when I started sending out. I'm going to the university's websites. I'm looking at all the coaches.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all the schools, and I'm just sending emails. Emails with my grade 11 film, a whole paragraph detailing the type of player I am, what I've accomplished. And it's like probably sent over 20 emails and ended up with 0 offers after that season. So then it's like I was really at a point where it was like basketball is all I love. You know, it's like I dedicate myself to it. I put a lot of hard work into it. So I'm out here like, all right, should I stay another year and join like a prep school, or maybe try walking onto a team? Because maybe a coach would notice me, notice how hard working I am, what I have to offer. So that was also kind of similar to making the decision between Guelph and the other school. That was the same process I went through deciding for prep and trying to walk onto a team. And ultimately, I played. So I left Halton, and then I joined Burloak under Coach Steve Houston for that summer. And instantly, like, just playing with those guys at Burloak, like, we just clicked. Like, it's a great group of guys on the court and off the court. It's just people you want to be around. So I really got interest from a lot of prep schools. Because after I stopped reaching out to universities for basketball, I started reaching out to prep schools. Right. And they saw my film. And, you know, like, I feel like I'm a type of player you want on your team. Yeah. Like, you know, I'm not going to try to be selfish. I'm not trying to look for my looks. I'm going to.
Yeah, you had a great quote in the video that I cut out just for time. But how you were describing yourself to your teammates. Yeah. Go over that again.
So, like, the things I have to offer.
Yeah.
So, I'm a hardworking guy. I play my role, and I do the little things to impact the game.
Yeah, you're telling them that in the video you said you're just a role player.
Yeah, like that's when I talk to my friends And really, when I talk to even like the younger players, it's like I really want them to believe in the fact that being a great role player, I feel like it has a negative connotation to it. Like everyone really wants to be that star. But at the end of the day, it's like, all right, you want to be selfish. You want to create your own shot. At the next level, coaches and teams already have players that can do that. You know? So like looking at a grade 12 player compared to a grown adult who's 25, 26, who can create his own shot at the university level, they need you to come in. They need you to play under a system, play your role. And then that's when you start working your way up to being that guy. So by me playing my role, just being a great role player, you know, hitting my shots when it's open, taking charges, making the extra pass, getting into the paint and kicking it out, like those little things, like it doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but it really impacts the game. So when coaches come and they watch that, they're like, yeah, that's a good player. For me, it was like, all right,
yeah,
I'm gonna draw a charge.
Yeah.
And it's like, if a coach is watching the games, they see me take 3 to 4 charges. They see me shoot over 45% from the 3 ball. It's like pairing those together. It's like, it's really unique. You know, it's like finding a player that's that good at drawing charges and can shoot the ball, creates for his teammates. I just felt like I was a really unique player, and that's what makes me different from other people.
It's unique because it's coming out of the point guard position, more or less. I mean, Burloak, you guys have a 5, and then the rest are interchangeable, right?
Yeah.
It's like, it's hard to tell, but yeah. But it's also like you have the type of game, and I think other people have the type of game as well. You're probably at the higher end of it, but like there's just guys you have to go and watch play. Like, I mean, every scout, recruiter, university, college coach says, yeah, we have to see a player before, you know, but like you have to have tape for them to go on and see you. Yeah. And sometimes role player tape doesn't, you know, bounce off the thing. But then if you go to the game and be like, okay, Nate's a great player and he had 30 points. Yeah. He held the score. But the game was only close because like right? We got defensive stops. Like, dude, 2 or 3 charges. If you put that over the course of the game, it could be stopping an 8-0 run, right? Yeah. Changes the momentum. It could be a charge, like, you know, to foul someone out, invaluable. It could be 3 charges on the same guy. You just ruin his whole game. Yeah. Right. That's what it is. And for me also, when I'm drawing my charges, it's like I remember when we played Halton Prep in our exhibition, I drew 5 charges that game. And it's like, that team is like, their players are slashers. So then once you draw that for 1-2 charges, when that guy decides to get in the paint, he's hesitant now because he knows that I'm going to try to draw a charge. So then they got to switch their layup up in some way, and then they mess it up. So it's really a mental thing for them too, and that really changes the course of the game. So that's also one thing. So I opened the form up to everybody to start asking you questions, and Prism asks, how did it stay at Burloak and interacting with all the younger players better or worse in his career when you add them two together? So like the younger players as in like grade 12s. I don't know what to make of it either, but I would clarify. Prism. I'll advocate on his behalf. Yeah. Having the education that I have. I guess what did you draw anything from having? Because I guess. No, because even in high school, you're playing with younger players too, right? Yeah. So it's not like it's a new thing. Yeah, because I feel like in like grade 10, I've always been like a captain, like a leader on my team. So I've been playing with those younger guys. So then I come with Burloak as a grade 13, and then I'm playing with these grade 12s and these grade 11s. But would you say Burloak was probably the first prominent leadership role you've had? Yeah, it was. Because it's like... Great question, Prism. Really starting a discussion here. But for that with Burloak, it's like, it's a new team, you know? It's a bunch of new guys. And what I'm trying to do here is really get everyone to buy into this system of playing team basketball. Yeah. So it's like, me and David really were like the captains on the team. And it's like, you know, David's play style, like he won't take a shot if a pass is open, or if a shot's wide open, he'll still make a pass. Yeah. And it's kind of with me too. It's like, all right, I'm gonna try to get my teammates good looks, like get into the paint, kick it out. So I was like, all right, let's try to get everyone to buy into this system. Yeah. And like, and to what I was saying to earlier as well. Sorry to cut you off, but what I was saying to earlier, that's to your detriment most of the time. Like
Yeah.
you're sacrificing plays
Mhm.
to get people involved. David sacrifices plays to get people involved.
Yeah.
To the wrong set of eyes, that looks wrong.
Mhm.
Like you guys were literally taking shots. Like you weren't taking shots, but by not taking shots, you're potentially risking your like
Yeah.
your
Your-
appeal to
your
coaches and
moment.
scouts, right? So it's just
Mhm.
like, and these are grade 13s doing this. So when you go
Yeah.
and you get to that spot, we expect the same thing out of you guys
Mhm.
now. Like just focus on the winning part and then let
Yeah.
the coaches focus
Even-
on the
Honestly, to add on to that too, because I remember when I first started like with the summer team, I was like really keen on creating this team basketball
Mhm.
aspect. So then it was like I was passing up open shots.
right.
I remember even Coach Chris Denley, he came up to me. He's like, "You gotta shoot the ball more."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "All right." And then
I love Chris. He'll say that to anybody.
Yeah, you'll say it to me, but it
You'll say
really
that to
worked
everybody.
for me. Is because like, all right, that's when I started noticing. All right, I could have taken that shot, and then it's like every day I'm in the gym working on my game, working on the shooting machine.
Right.
Like I love the shooting machine, just getting reps up, and over. Like I talked to some of my teammates. I remember I was talking to Burhan, and Burhan's like, "Yo, your shooting got way better." I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I've always been a shooter." Like,
Yeah.
nah, you were the shooter back in grade 11. It's like, all right, I really didn't notice it, but it's like it's getting better. Like I led my team
Mm-hmm.
in 3-point percentage, shooting 45% from three.
Yeah.
And also, I was talking to Chris because Chris tracks everything, and one of the crazy stats he had was that I was top 5 on my team in 3-point attempts.
Okay.
And I played less than half the season.
Right.
And
Oh shit.
you know, it's like I played less than half the season and also top 5 on the guys for 3-point attempts
Right.
while also shooting a good percentage.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's like I'm taking efficient, effective shots.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not like step back threes or side steps. Like I remember I made a highlight tape I posted on Twitter
Mm-hmm.
of me just shooting 3-pointers. And what I notice is all of them are off the catch. Like every single one is off the catch because
Yeah.
it's system basketball. You know, it's like shot ready, off the catch and shoot. That's what they teach.
Yeah. Are you obsessed with the game? Are you obsessed with the game? Like, what do you do when you go home? You watch
I know
YouTube videos. You play 2K.
I'm doing my rehab exercises. I got my ball in my hand. I'm just doing my form shooting on the
Yeah.
ground.
But like, are you a stats nerd? Like, do you go in the weeds in that?
Yeah, a little bit. I'll say a little bit because like with Burloak, we got the Noah system.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm out here looking at my stats. Like the shooting machine, I love the shooting machine. Just getting on there,
Yeah.
getting the reps. You know, fought with my teammates sometimes. I fought with Brad over the shooting machine one day.
Yeah.
I need to get my reps up. I'm not sharing it with you.
He's laughing, but I'm sure that was an actual fight.
Nah, it was like I'm not giving you the shooting machine. Look, I'm using it today. And he's like,
It gives you the shot chart too and everything when you're done. Like that thing's crazy.
Yeah, and that's one of the big things that drew me to Burloak Prep.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I had all these other schools that I was talking to, but it's like, all right, Burloak got its own facility. You know, it's like I'm a guy who loves to get into the gym,
Right.
and it's like, okay, if I have access to this, I'm going to be there in the morning. I'm going to be there later when I get a chance. And then just that really appealed to me. And that was also one of the biggest things that helped my decision is being close to home, being able to drive to the facility and really just get shots up whenever I want. And that's also what Coach Chris was great with, just letting us get in the gym whenever we wanted to.
Yeah. And going to Guelph, that's largely the same thing too.
Mhm.
You're also driving distance away from.
Driving distance away. Yeah, they only got one shooting machine though, so I might fight with some of my teammates over that.
Yeah.
But yeah, driving distance away. I could do some of my rehab there too. Stay local and honestly really just create the best out of my situation.
Yeah.
That's really what my goal is.
I was about to say, what would your goal be for next season in particular? I guess getting healthy.
Yeah, so I'm gonna redshirt my first year for you guys who don't know. So I'm not gonna play my first year. So one of the biggest things I've been keen on since my injury is just working out,
Yeah.
getting in the weight room, because I know had I not got injured, like I was telling Coach Steve this earlier, my injury's low-key been a blessing. Because if I didn't get injured, there's no way I would have been in the weight room as much as I am right now.
Yeah.
Since my injury, I put on around 15 pounds, 15, 20 pounds.
Really?
Just from working out, eating better. And it's like when you're playing basketball, that's one of the hard things if you're trying to put on weight is you're doing all this conditioning, you're doing all this basketball, and it's hard to put on weight. You know, it's like I'd rather get shots up than struggle lifting weights. That's how it was. It's like I didn't want to do that, but then it's like, all right, I got injured.
Mm-hmm.
And with my work set, my workout mentality, it's like, all right, if I'm not putting work in the gym,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put work in the gym. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, all right, I'm gonna start bench pressing. I'm gonna start. I really couldn't do legs; it was mostly upper body, but
Yeah.
just allocating that mindset somewhere else. And that's what it is. Like I tell people, the glass is always half full. It's never half empty.
Mhm.
There's positives in each situation. It all depends on how you look at it. So just this injury, I feel like if anyone on my team got this injury, I feel like I'd be best suited to get through this because I'm gonna keep my
Mhm.
head up no matter what. Even after my injury, like I've been with my team, I've been
Mhm.
at their practices, I'm supporting them at the games.
Right.
Like I could push through this. I know that. I know it's gonna be a long journey, but
Mhm.
I'll make it to the end.
So you were kind of, I don't want to call you a maniac, but you went hard on advocating for yourself in terms of recruiting, which I think is necessary.
Yeah.
How many emails do you think and DMs have you sent with the sole purpose of like, hey, coach, take a look at my film? If you had to put a number on it, let's start.
Like an actual number?
Let's do this. Over 10,
Most definitely.
50.
Are we counting like
Any sort of contact which you want to lead to like, hey, look at my film?
I'd say over 50. Yeah. It's like since grade 12.
Yeah. Since you want 75.
I'll say 50 to 75, honestly.
Just straight emails and DMs and
I'll say 50 to 75 emails.
What was the most like out of this world? Like it's not gonna happen, but I'm gonna hit him up just in case.
I'll say for me, nah.
You hit up Duke, didn't you?
Thought about it, but honestly, it's just I remember I also like Twitter's a great app to use for recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm out here trying to like follow like D1 coaches,
Mm-hmm.
really NCAA coaches, and I'm just hoping for a follow back so I can shoot them a message. And it's like that was probably one of the craziest things, just following them, hoping.
Yeah, I'm not letting you off the question, by the way. I remember my question.
For the
what was your most aspirational DM?
Honest
email. There's got to be a couple where you're just like, because that's what I would do. I'd be like, okay, like I would learn how to recruit myself by going to the for sure knows.
Yeah.
Like let me email Duke right now. Let me email Coach K and just be like, this is my, just to learn how to do it. So when it gets to like the realistic options, then you're like, okay, I've done this 50 to 75 times. I know what I'm doing.
But really, I kept most of mine in Canada.
Yeah.
So maybe I reached out to Carleton in grade 12.
Yeah.
Knowing that well,
I don't think that's that crazy.
Yeah, it's not that crazy, but it's like, all right, I'm like 165.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't really got any film. I'm using grade 11 film, trying to reach out to Carleton. It's like, hey, I got a response back, so that was good enough.
Yeah. Multiple letters, or they just give you
They just,
yeah.
No hope after that.
How many times did you get like left unread, no response?
A lot.
Give me a ballpark.
Because like
by the way, this is not supposed to be like an embarrassing thing. This is like look how natural this is. Like you ended up going to U Sports, which like, you know, the majority of players in prep, like I think 50% go play the next level. Like it's not a lot, especially with U Sports. They don't have a lot of movement. Mm-hmm. Most of the teams I talk to have 1 or 2 spots.
Yeah,
every year. It's like, but yeah. So how many do you think just no contact? No response.
Probably half of them.
Yeah.
You know, like I remember in grade, I'm not gonna say the university name, but in grade 12, I reached out to this university. Like I'm copy pasting really all the emails, really.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm reaching out to this university, and the coach straight up told me, I don't got a spot for you on the email on our team.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's like, all right, I reach out after my prep season, and like, and then he asked, like, this was also what I was saying, like I'm reaching out to these coaches. They're showing interest, and then they find out I have a torn ACL, and they're like, "All right."
Yeah, that was like the low key most appealing part of the video for me. The part that I just couldn't take out of the video.
Yeah,
like they're in there. Like, tell me, sorry.
Let me talk about the first question first.
Yeah,
let me finish that.
Yeah,
but it's like I'm reaching out to the school, and it's like, all right, they tell me no. I reach out after my prep season. I don't get a response. And then I got a couple offers, right? Got a couple offers, and I reach out again, and they're like, "All right, we don't got a spot for you on the team." And it's like, all right, so now I know when I come back and I'm healthy, I'm going at the university. Yeah, I'm gonna come for their heads, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna refer to this podcast. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
But yeah, so like to go on to your question about, did you say it again?
Mm-mm.
You can say it again.
I lost it too. I was banging on you. Remember?
Okay, yeah. So you're talking about how reaching out to these coaches and then them finding out that I have a torn ACL,
Right. Yeah. That part of the video.
and then no longer being interested.
Yeah.
So that's tough because it's like I'm already like when I said like
Mhm.
that CTA game that
Yeah.
weekend was like one of my go weekends. Like
Yeah.
okay, 2 of the 3 games were my go weekend.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, but it's like I got player of the game in the
Mhm.
game before, and like I said, come to the CTA game, and then I went on like a 5 possession spree where I was impacting the game, you know, making these good passes. Like I said, I threw Nate a dime, I hit back-to-back threes, I shot the arrow at the bench. I was turned, and then I pick up my man, and then I was like, all right, you know what? Like the thing that was crazy too is like my knee was low key. It was bugging me that game.
I think I showed you something before, right? I'm like, I think you tweaked it first, and then
because if you watch it, I was wearing the knee brace
mm,
on my knee because it was bothering me, and then yeah, I was like, I was telling myself I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure this out the whole game,
mhm.
and then really what sucked was went down, got injured, and we're up 8, and then to lose that game in overtime. But I'm kind of getting sidetracked right now. But to go on to that, yeah, just reaching out to these coaches, it was already hard enough before my injury, and it's like, all right, now they weren't really interested. There's some schools are interested, some are not. I'm
Mhm.
talking to them, and now it's like they got to take a chance on someone
Right.
who's got a torn ACL, since we're not going to play their first year.
Yeah.
We can't come to your games. We can't come to your workouts. We can't really see what you're made of.
Mhm.
So that was difficult. And then, I was going to say something I forgot.
Mhm.
It's like, yeah, they can't come to the workouts. You know, they can't come to
Yeah,
the games.
you can't show off your game.
Can't really show it off. So then after that, it was already hard enough, like I
Right.
said before. And then, so I knew that when I go to a school that like wants me or
Right.
a school that's still interested in me after I have a torn ACL,
Mhm.
it's like, all right, I know
Yeah.
that's a good place for me. Because that comes back to really, for me, it's the hard work. Like some of my teammates ask me like, like I'm at practice and they're like, why are you still here? You know,
Mhm.
it's like you're injured, your season's done. Why don't you just go home?
Right.
And it's like just being around those guys is honestly a great feeling. But what really let me be at peace, even though I was injured, was knowing I wouldn't have done it any other way. Like I put in
Mhm.
the hard work, and whatever happens, really. But it stems from being dedicated to my craft, putting in
Right.
all these hours, and it's like, all right, whatever happens, I'm gonna be fine with it because something like this is out of my control.
Yeah.
But what I can control is my attitude and my mentality. So really, just controlling the controllables.
Ish, I think that's a good place to put a pin in it. You got Yugita from Bob Apparel saying congrats on your commitment.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to speak on everybody's behalf of the chat. Congratulations. You're going to the University of Guelph. Maybe something that you didn't think was going to be on the table
Mhm.
right after the injury, but thank God everything worked out.
Yeah.
And dude, we're going to be keeping tabs. Chat, you got 10 seconds left for your last ditch questions. But other than that, guys, if you're enjoying the live streams, if you're enjoying the content, obviously subscribe. But let's make the next live stream just as fun. Did you have fun?
I really enjoyed it. Time flew by. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, this is one of the longer ones of late too. I've been but keeping them close. But this is a good chat, and we also had people asking their questions, which is always encouraged. Guys, thank you so much for being here. This is gonna be, if you're listening on Apple, you missed out. If you're listening on Spotify, you missed out. The place to be is on YouTube.
For sure.
Ish, you got your own YouTube. You want to plug that quick?
Yes, Ish Basketball. So since I'm not going to be playing basketball no more, it's like, all right, you know what? I'm going to share my knowledge. I'm going to track my journey. So if you guys are interested, I'm going to have to send something in the chat so you guys follow me.
Yeah.
Ish Basketball. But yeah, that's where it's at.
And that's what's up. Guys, thank you so much for being here. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.